Hi guys, welcome. I decided to come on early because it's like really storming outside, so we can't go out for a run now. Hopefully we'll be able to go out later. So I figured let me come on now and we'll see what happens later. I mean, it looks like hurricane out there. I went to take Dylan OUT this morning. He wanted to go, and then I opened the front door and he refused to step out the front door. This guy, after he gets me up. And I always like to take him out before she gets up. It's just easier that way, but he didn't go out yet. He's under the covers right now. He's like, I'm not going out in this shit. So, anyhow, we'll see how the day goes on. I checked the weather before, and it looks like it may not be raining at 6 o'clock, so I may go out for a run then, or I don't know, I'll have to figure something out. Anyhow, all right, so I have here I don't see Allison's question yet. So let me start with the regular one. Nina, general, and then I'll go back down. General for Nina. It looks like moving forward, you have some kind of a creative project that may be coming in, or you may be getting inspired by something creative wise. Who knows? Maybe all this sitting around gives you an idea to redecorate something, repaint something, refurbish something. That's what comes up. You also have somebody coming back from your past who could be a fire sign that you're spiritually connected to and that you once had a relationship that was very solid and grounded. Fire sign would be Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. There's a lot of passion moving forward, and there's also a new adventure coming in. It may not be until the summer, but something that it's like some kind of new activity that kind of gives you like breath of fresh air. Like it's just something that's like invigorating. Comes in probably not until the summer though. All right, we are at Allison. I don't see the question. I'm going to go to RZ. What's coming in the near future for me in love? I'm a Virgo. All right, what's coming in love for RZ? Well, it looks like there could be some ups and downs over the next couple of weeks. Feeling regret over something that happened in the past and feeling very unstable, ungrounded, uprooted, unbalanced. You're disconnected a little bit to your intuition right now, so try to focus on your intuition, even if you're working with little things like trying to predict who text messaged you if you hear your phone go off. Those kind of little things that help to cultivate the intuition, and it looks like you could use a little bit of that right now when the High Priestess is in reverse. When it comes to love, there's some arguments and indecision around love, and there's also a little bit of heartbreak coming in. Feeling sort of like love is not, you know, not really at the forefront right now, but moving forward, probably over the next couple of months, you have a fire sign coming in who may have some money. Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, that could be a good connection. Where is Allison's question? All right, I'll do Ina's. Will I meet him next week? How will it go? I think it's going to go really well with the victory card, but I don't think it's going to happen next year. I think it may take a little bit long, not next year, next week. I think it may take a little bit longer than that. Allison, was the fake number that texted me A trying to talk to me? think so. Yeah, I think it was. Bobblehead. Will my Virgo ex come back and reconcile? Yes, they're coming back. It may take a little while. It might not happen as fast as you want it to. TD, what can I expect for this week? What can I expect for this week? It feels like this week you may be feeling very balanced, walking away from things that no longer serve you and heading towards happiness. It also looks like you may be spending some time in contemplation, thinking about things, and feeling like you made it to the top of the mountain and like you can breathe a sigh of relief. So things should either be leveling out, or overall things should be feeling better for you, like less frustrating, a little bit more even keeled. The Nine of Wands is a good card. It's like feeling like finally I can exhale. Sister. I emailed him on Saturn. He emailed me back. Then I expressed many things that hurt me on Sunday. He respond, but then he posted things that triggered me. Did he do it on purpose, and why? Yeah, he did. He did. You got the Ten of Swords here. Because he knows he's in control of the situation. He knows that he can do whatever he wants, and he has you where he wants you. I wouldn't reach out to him again. I think he's being an asshole. I really do. I think he's being an asshole, and I think what he did was on purpose, and I think it was mean, and I don't think you should be treated like that. You know, he's got a lot of issues, and the thing is like he turns it around and he blames you. I don't care for the way he's treating you. High vibration. What's next for career? Really worried about lockdown. Yeah, I know a lot of people are. You're going to have choices. You're going to have choices coming in. You're going to feel like you can breathe a sigh of relief, and you also have money coming in. Balance, patience, compassion gets returned. You might not, right now, maybe feeling stuck in the mud. That's normal. But I think, as with a lot of people, this is one of those moments where you just have to have faith that things are working out for the best, because I really feel like, and I keep saying this, a lot of us aren't going back to the same thing. I think a lot of us are going to find a different path, and it's going to, be something that resonates with us more than what we were doing, or we're going to be doing things that align with us much better or much easier, or things are going to fall into place in a different way. I just don't think most of us are going back to the same life. I think you're going to be okay, though. I think most of us are going to be okay. That's the thing. I know that logically looking at it, it looks like a huge disaster, but I don't think it's going to be. You know, people are like, oh, this is going to be worse than the Great Depression. I don't believe that. I actually believe that the opposite's going to happen. I believe that when you align with what it is that you should be doing, and when you're in a place where you should be, you have no choice but to prosper. When you're doing something that you're good at and that you love, you have no choice but to prosper. So I'm not worried about that so much. Like logically I am, but like intuitively I'm not. So Inez, love reading. you may also be feeling a little bit stagnant when it comes to love, uprooted, ungrounded, a little bit weighed down. There's a delay around happiness. A lot of us, I mean, most people, unless you're, this is another thing. I feel like a lot of people are not going to stay with the same person, the same partner, or have the same interests. I think that things are starting to shift. There's a water sign coming in around you. Might not happen right away. This person may be a Pisces, and you'll be feeling much more balanced when you meet them, and you'll be in a better place. I think it could be a new person coming in, or it could be somebody who you just never thought of in that way. But I think it may take some time. I don't think it's going to happen within the next couple of weeks. I think it may not happen until late spring, early summer. Ashmita, what are RJ's thoughts around messages he sent this week? It doesn't look like he's really thinking too much about them. It looks like right now he's a little bit preoccupied when it comes to work. And it looks like he may be thinking right now or spending a lot of time thinking about a new business endeavor or a new way to make money. And that's really his main focus right now. Mimi. Outcome from me and JDJ. No communication in 2 weeks. JDJ. There's a delay when it comes to happiness, and feeling unprepared, and also a delay when it comes to somebody returning. Passion is also in reverse. So you got a good couple of weeks here, but then communication comes back and you get your wish. One or both of you may be holding yourselves back, but it's temporary. It goes into the past relatively quickly, and things start to move forward. You have good luck on your side, so just hang in there. Slow and steady wins the race with this person. So communication will come back, but I think it may take more than it may take a couple of weeks. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised because we're all kind of in this weird, funky holding pattern. Sister. How does he feel after I lashed out after his post? Well, this is what he's got. Him reaching out or stepping out of the blue, so you might hear from him or he may respond. And then he walks away because he feels like he's really holding himself back. He's sort of hurt. And then he's got an issue with the third party. So I think there's more to come from this post. I think there may be more communication around the post. I don't think that you guys are done arguing yet. Lena, who's coming towards me in love? Lena, who's coming towards me in love? There's a fire sign around you. Yeah, actually, you're going to have choices. So fire sign would be a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. You have choices around you and somebody from your past returning. And at the end of the day, most important, you have happiness. So it could be 2 fire signs. It could be somebody from your past that comes back who's different. That isn't one of the fire signs. So it could be 3 people. You're going to have choices. And it looks like the choice that you make is leaving what doesn't work for greener pastures. So if somebody from your past comes back and you guys didn't have a good relationship or it ended poorly or whatever, you may not go back to this person. You may choose to walk away from it. On the other hand, if this is somebody that comes back from your past that you remember fondly, you may leave one of these fire signs for somebody that you know of from the past who was a good person. You know, maybe it's not always somebody that you were once involved with. Like, it's somebody from your past. It doesn't mean it's an ex. So it's going to be interesting to see what plays out. But at the end of the day, there are choices and it leads to happiness, which is most important. Miss Ronnie, is the money candle working? It's still burning today. Should be the 7th day. Yeah, that's okay. Sometimes they take a long time. I always think slow and steady wins the race. As long as the flame is not As long as the candle isn't like tunneling, you know, where it's like only burning in the center and the wax is stuck to the side. I always think that slow and steady wins the race. Sometimes if it burns really fast, it's like you can get a large sum of money, but that large sum of money can come in and go out just as fast. Slow and steady is like even keeled. It's like a constant stream of money coming in. Yes, it's working. It's working. Enos, what's coming towards me and Nima in love? So this situation can be a little bit up and down. It looks like things may move forward quickly, but then there could be some betrayal around the situation. And then a reconnection and things look like they're back on track and things fall out of balance yet again. So I think that things, I don't know how serious he is in being in like a stable relationship, because right now it looks like very up and down. Bobblehead, when will I get the government job that I want? It could be sometime this summer. Late summer to early fall. What, baby? It's okay. 9, what can I expect for the rest of April? You may be feeling a little bit burdened and weighed down, also a little unappreciated, but sometime during April, you should feel a spiritual, either picking up a spiritual practice that serves you really well, or reconnecting to something on a spiritual level that serves you well. You want this? Go ahead, you got it, grab it. A spiritual practice can be anything from meditating for 2 minutes a day to practicing yoga, chanting, anything like that. But I think you should find something before the end of the month that kind of resonates with you. What's the matter? What's the matter? Huh? What's the matter, baby? What's the matter, baby? All right. Felicita. Do my ancestors have any advice for my career? Let's go to the spirit cards for that. Spirit cards. What's the matter, Bubby? Justice, Archangel Raguel. Fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. 7 of Earth. Seeds have been well planted. A temporary pause in action. Unnecessary worry. 7 of Water. A complex decision. The need to do research and stop procrastinating. I feel though like a lot of us right now, we're just in a standstill, but things are going to move forward quickly. When they move forward fast for a lot of people. What is that? You hear the siren? You smell good. You smell good. Crystal, what should I focus on due to this coronavirus? virus mess. Well, see, this is the thing that's great about this mess is that right now you have the opportunity to work on anything you want. Nothing else can get in your way because you can't do anything. So let's see what spirit cards say about that. Queen of Water. Relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition. Care for yourself and others. The Chariot. Archangel Metatron. An important achievement. Self-discipline and willpower. Public recognition. The Two of Fire. You've come into your own. New partnerships or contracts continue to move forward. So now is a great time to research. Figure out what it is that you want out of life. Because I keep saying it, I don't think we're going back to the way things were. I really don't. So now it's your opportunity to take this time to figure out exactly what it is that you want to do and put a plan together on how to move forward. Because things can fall in line for a lot of people once this lifts. Liz, messages from my angels. The Eight of Earth. Skilled work is rewarded. Learn all there is to know about a topic. Going back to school. Oh, my favorite. The Lovers. Archangel Raphael. Intimate relationships. Carefully weigh your decisions. Good health. Ace of Water. Falling in love with the resurgence of the relationship. Spiritual growth and enhanced intuition. A new home. Allison, what did A want to tell me? I replied late. You trying to pick a card, Avery? Which one does Avery want to pick? All right, let's see. Well, there's definitely something going on around A when it comes to money. And then if this is someone from your past, they're returning or they want to come back. And they also may be talking about taking a weekend away or a day away or spending a day at a spa or doing something, rest and relaxation when this card comes up. So maybe looking to get away or escape from reality. I think that they have a couple of things to talk to you about. Mimi, what did the girl in JDJ's energy? Should I worry? No, you should never worry. When you worry about something, you give more energy to the problem. It doesn't help. It's not going to help. It's going to only make matters worse. What about the girl? I wouldn't worry about it. I don't think it's going to be a big deal in the long run. It does look like JDJ is going to have choices, but it doesn't look like there is one person in. It's not a big deal. It's not like a huge connection. I wouldn't worry about it. The thing is that the more you worry about something, the bigger the problem becomes in your reality. It's like, when we were in high school, I explained this to some of my friends, and not that, like, we understood it and we knew it, but we weren't always able to apply it to our relationships in real life. But it seemed to be that the girls that got the most attention were always flirting with the guys that they didn't really give a shit about, because there was no emotional involvement. Like, they weren't emotionally involved. So people that aren't emotionally involved tend to, they come off a little bit detached, and that's what attracts the other person. So the more you worry about who's around this person, the more those people have power. and you're giving them the power. When you detach, you take back some of the power, if that makes sense. Like it's very easy to go up and ask somebody out or flirt with someone that you don't have any feelings for, because if they reject you, you're like, whatever, I don't care. But when you really are interested in that person, like you could, you know, people tend to be nervous, get butterflies, they can't do it, they feel self-conscious. When you have all of those emotions around you is when you've put yourself in a needier position. You don't want to be in a needier position. You want to be in a stronger position. So don't give the power to anybody else by worrying or focusing on them. Hey, you're drooling on me. Drooling on me, babe. I lost my spot. Uh-oh, I lost my spot. I have to go to the other camera. All right, let me put you in your seat here, okay? Let's put you in your seat. Put you in your seat. Ah. All right, relax. Oh, I didn't lose my spot. Sam is the next person. Sam, why did Antonio contact me, and is he lying about getting a divorce? I don't think he's lying about the divorce, but I do think that things are in a standstill right now. I don't know how quickly that's going to progress. I think that he wants to be in contact with you because he's feeling a little bit, he's feeling a little detached and a little bit emotional, and he needs some support, and I think he trusts you. He didn't lie about the divorce, but I'm not so sure how fast that's going to happen. All right. I get you more. You want more food? You need more food? I got it. It's all ready. It's all ready. It's all ready to go. Is that what you needed? Something to gnash on? All right. Good girl. All right, I got it. There you go. Okay. I think I'm up to moon. I have an interesting question. Was my boyfriend my guide in my past life? I don't think so. I don't think so. What happened, baby? Hang on. There we go. All right. Yeah, your little foot's gonna get cold. Hang on. There you go. You got it. TD, is the Aries still working? Yeah, I do think so. I think they're whatever it is that they can do from afar, they're doing. I don't know that they totally stopped working ever throughout this whole thing. Positive. Um, is E hiding something from me, or can I trust him? For the most part, I think that you can trust him. Yeah. Liz, current energy between me and A. The Devil card. So that could be, it could be a little bit of jealousy. I would be careful with this energy. This is like demons resurfacing, or jealousy, anything like that. Anything that has to do with earthly pleasures, things that aren't good for us, but that usually feel good. Or it could also be jealousy or sexual energy. RZ, what does a ways mean when he's waiting for the right time? He's not really sure what he means. In one hand, he feels like the timing is bad, things are just not meant to be, or this is not the right time for things to happen. But then on the other hand, he also feels like he's about to embark on a personal transformation. So it's like he's not exactly sure why things don't feel right now, or he's not exactly sure why he feels like timing is off, but he feels like he's about to embark on the beginning of a new change or new evolution in his own personal life. Hasti. AG, Pisces Sun, Aries Moon. AM, the Libra Sun, Aries Moon. HT, Taurus Sun. Which one of these prospects will want to move ahead with matrimony after I meet them? I think the Pisces one. I think the Pisces one, more so than the other two. Krista, how's Jay's energy today? Is he feeling any better? He does feel better. He feels too like he's about to embark on a spiritual or a personal journey, a personal transformation, or like he's growing as a person and moving forward, not letting things hold him back, just taking charge of his life or changing. The Death card, transformation, change, and evolution is coming up around him personally. What's the matter, Bobby? You need help? There you go. Ashmita, is RJ slowly moving forward? How is he feeling? He's slowly moving forward. He's feeling, well, he's feeling a little tired, a little bit drained, a little bit unstable. I think he's really focusing right now on himself more than anything. And I think he's got like business plans, or he's either toying around with a new business idea, or he's trying to make a new business deal. There's something going on around him with business, and that's where his energy is right now. Positive. Messages from spirits about E, the man in my life. Okay, positive always. You want to take a break? Let me wipe that face. There you go. Let me help you out a little bit. There you go. Okay, spirit messages about E. The Two of Air, being unable or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there is no problem. Seven of Earth, seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, unnecessary worry. Renewal, Archangel Jeremiel. Review and reevaluate. A favorable assessment of the facts, time to move in a new direction. Krista, how is Jay feeling about our connection currently? He's feeling rich and abundant, and he's connected to his intuition with the moon card. He feels good. That's good. Go back up to the top. Tara, general message for May. I feel like we're all hopeful for May because April has been like such a bust. Okay, the first thing that comes in around May is an offering of love or your love life moving forward. Use your intuition. No longer holding yourself back. If you're not with anyone right now, you've got an earth sign around you, a Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo. And that looks like what you can look forward to in May. It also could be like love life moves forward in May, but it's like if everything has been so stagnant now, it may not be a huge jump forward, but it's like getting the ball rolling, which is definitely a good thing. A lot of people feel like they've been so stuck. Mihak, well, I hear from the Libra again, it's been so long. Yeah, you will. You will. Well, you know why I came up with the Skype appointments? First of all, somebody had asked me about WhatsApp appointments, which I can do. I have that app. But the it's taking so long for the videos to load that, you know, you got to, like, if I do a reading today, I don't know why, but they're not loading until the next morning. So it's like, if it takes me 8 hours to get to the question and then it takes another 24 hours for it to upload, someone's got to wait 36 hours. And, you know, we don't like waiting. Nobody wants to wait. Waiting sucks. Malika, general love. Feeling like you made it to the top of the mountain, feeling like the ball is in your court and you're calling the shots. Coming out of a period of feeling like you've been stuck in the mud, moving forward, you've got a Libra around you. You also have some choices to make when it comes to a fire sign, a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. Use your intuition. It looks like things could start to move forward pretty quickly over the late part of the spring into early summer. And your intuition is like spot on, so trust your gut. Moon. What does tarot say that I'm seeing the number 3? Well, spirit messages from the other side, which we know the 3 is usually Holy Trinity of whatever, you know, mind, body, and spirit, whatever it is that you believe. It's also urging you not to hold yourself back. When you see the number 3, go for it. Take 2 steps forward. And you're going to start to feel, moving forward, that you've been really respected, appreciated, and compensated well for your hard work. Use your intuition. Use your intuition. Very interesting. The number 3, you know, it's funny because I watched a video recently. I was working with Amanda from Create Your Future with Amanda. And she recently contacted me and said that she's taking a break from coaching. And she offered me sessions with somebody that works for her. And I had one the other day and I really liked her. Her name was Denise. But I watched a video that the 2 of them did where somebody was asking about numbers and what do numbers mean. To me, they always meant something. Even if I don't see the same number, like if I'm driving down the street, like there's a street close to one of the studios I work at, and this mailbox always sticks out, and the number on it is 902. September 2nd was my grandmother's birthday. I have it tattooed on my arm. To me, that means something. Whenever I see things like that, like I always think that that's a message. For some odd, bizarre, crazy reason, I have like a weird connection with cars. So if I see like my grandfather's old Nova, like they're in one of the, near the studio that I work at, there's a grocery store. It must be an employee because every now and again there's like a 1975 green Nova that my grandfather had, the same one, only it was gold. Whenever I see that car, I think my grandfather is around. So the numbers, the cars, license plates, to me, are always signs. When I watched this video, they said that there are no signs. There's no such things as signs unless you assign meaning to them, then it becomes a sign. Which, I mean, to me, they both make sense, because if I believe that my grandfather is around when I see that car, then that's what it means to me, right? Because the car reminded me of him, so it means something. But I don't know, like they say that nothing means anything unless you assign meaning to it, and then when you assign meaning to it, it does, which is the same thing where they say that if somebody doesn't call you on your birthday, or somebody doesn't answer your text message right away, if you assign meaning to it, then it means something. If you don't assign meaning to it, then it doesn't mean anything. So you have a lot of control over what you think and what you think things mean. So if every time you see the number 3, you believe you're going to win $100, then that's what's going to happen, because that's what you believe and that's what you put your energy into. It's interesting. It's kind of hard for me always. Like, there are some days where I'm like, oh, there's a sign, and this is a sign, and that's a sign, and everything's falling into place. And then there are some days where I'm like, this is all bullshit, and nothing means anything. So it's really, I think, about what you believe, and especially the number 3, because the way that I've always believed is that it's the Holy Trinity, whatever that is that you believe, mind, body, and spirit. You know, Father, Son, Holy Ghost, whatever it is that you believe. The crone maiden, and what's the other one? Can't even remember. Anyway, you know what I'm getting at. Crone maiden and mother. Hasti, general career, love for the rest of 2020. What are you doing over there, Dylan? Snoring? Career and love 2020. You may be spending the rest of 2020 feeling like you're moving away from things that aren't working and heading towards things that work better. You may have hit a recent slowdown, or you may be feeling a little slow and stuck, spending some time in contemplation. Moving forward, Work should start to pick up, or money starts to flow in easier towards the middle to the end of the summer. And love may be a little bit stagnant for a while. You've got Justice, Magician, and Lovers all in reverse. So things may be a little bit slow for you when it comes to love. I'm going to say that probably by the end of the summer, early fall, things start to pick up in love. So water sign around you that comes in, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, and there's great happiness that comes in, but it's not for some time yet. You might have to get through some like boring, stale moments, which is fine because there's happiness coming in at some point, which is good. Bobblehead. Will the Virgo X reconcile with me? When will the Virgo X reconcile? It could be within the next 3 months or before the end of the spring. Stephanie, how is T feeling about me today? Does he miss me? He's feeling a little bit burnt out today. He's feeling argumentative. He's feeling like he's holding himself back. He's feeling like he needs a little bit of a break. No, I mean, he can't be missing you yet because it hasn't been long enough. Like in order for somebody to feel like they're missing you or anybody, there's got to be time apart. And you guys just spoke and it didn't go that great. So right now he's kind of feeling like I need to take a step back and I need to kind of just take a moment of silence, like just like he feels like he wants to regroup. That's how he feels. Krista, does A know I want to talk? When will he reach out? I don't think he knows that you want to talk, but he does reach out soon, like within the next 9 days. Goddess. N told me that his dad had a dream that he was taking a girl described by my physical appearance, but I haven't met his dad. His dad is pretty intuitive, and also said that I was in his dad's dream. What does this mean? It doesn't really mean anything. And what it does show around the situation is that things are moving slow and steady. Things are moving slow and steady. That's all it's really showing. It doesn't really show that it means anything in particular. I mean, it's common for people to like to pick up people when they hear about them, you know, like if somebody's talking about such and such a person, you know what I mean? Like it goes into your subconscious and then that gets replayed at night. So if he's been talking about you to his dad, or he's mentioned you to his dad, or his dad has heard about you, it's common for him to have a dream where you would be in it. You know, it's like things that are in the subconscious sometimes come out in dreams. And I think that that's what's going on. He talks to his dad about you, so you showed up in a dream. Go back up to the top. Are we done here for a second? You falling asleep with your mouth open? Catching flies? All right. Yeah, Sonia, I'll be back on later tonight, definitely. Probably 9:30. Tav R10. When will my ex-boyfriend AB contact me? Will we ever reconcile? I think you are going to reconcile. It could be within the next 4 months. Rara, can I know when I will be in love again? When is love coming in for Rara? It could happen sometime in the month of May. V, why am I indifferent towards him? Will I get the spark back or will I end up walking away? Will I get the spark back? I kind of think you're going to walk away. I kind of think you're going to walk away. It seems like it's really hard for you to go back. Yeah, I think that you're going to end up walking away. You have a fiery person coming in too. I think it may be a Sagittarius, somebody who has the love of adventure and wants to do some crazy fun things. Oh, May is your birthday month? Nice. Hey, this guy here is snoring. Be wise. Will Z try again to be with me? I rejected him the first time because of fear. Yeah, I think he's going to try again. I do think he's going to try again. Nina, love. If you're not with anyone right now, you've got a Cancer coming in who's going to change your life quickly overnight and happiness comes in. It also looks like you're walking away from things that don't serve you and you're heading towards greener pastures. You may be feeling a little indecisive when it comes to love, so just give yourself a chance to really figure out what it is that you want. There's a Cancer around you. There's also a Sagittarius around you. Now, if you're with somebody right now, it doesn't mean that your current relationship has to end. If they're not a Cancer or a Sagittarius, it would just mean that your relationship is moving forward. You may be feeling a little indecisive, or you may be feeling like you're not sure that you want to stay in this relationship or where you want it to go, but inevitably it leads to balance and serenity. So you may just need to kind of get through it. You know what I mean? Like you may be going through a personal kind of a rut, but you get through it. But I don't know where you are in your personal life, so I have to kind of give you both scenarios. Chai May or Raji, what does V feel for me? V thinks that you're smart, well-balanced, attractive, hardworking. He has a lot of respect for you, thinks that you have a lot of choices, that you're courageous, strong, well-educated or highly intelligent, and smart. Smart comes up again. I don't know why. They really think that you're very smart. I don't know. It could be something that came up recently that kind of impressed them. Where am I with the super chats? I feel like I lost my space. I think I'm at positive always. Did I do this one? What is ease feeling towards me? All right, let's do that one. And then Ina's. What are E's feelings? That you're successful, passionate, attractive, happy, serene, loving, kind, hardworking, courageous, intuitive. Inez, what will happen if I give A a chance? What will happen if I give A a chance? Things could move forward quick. It may not be the most stable of unions in the beginning, but then things could change and happiness could come in around the situation. Might not be a bad thing. BG, will I hear from Michael this week? I don't think you're going to hear from him this week. You have a better chance of hearing from him next week. Kylie, what's coming to me in love? All right, if you're not with anyone right now, you have a Libra coming in. Well, you have either a creative Libra coming in or you have a Libra coming in and a Pisces coming in. Use your intuition. The offer of love comes in and you may have to pull back a little bit and kind of turn in to figure out what it is that you want when it comes to love. I think that you may be struggling with an old betrayal and feeling a little bit weighed down by it, but it moves into the past. And the next person that you're with is going to have a lot of respect for you. You'll have the ability to really be in a very grounded, stable relationship. Should you choose it? You don't have to choose it. All right, let me go back up to the top. Where the heck? Snow on the Sahara. Does P, an ex-young Aries guy, want to reconcile with me? It's been up to 2 months since our breakup. Okay, let's see. He shows right now that he's feeling very undecided about the situation. He's got to make a decision about it. But I think inevitably he does come back. Chloe, does Mark think of me? Any progress? Okay. He does think of you, and he's actually been focused on you a lot, and he's starting to feel a little bit more balanced. You could be hearing from him over the next few weeks. Goddess. Jobs and finances this week. You may be feeling like things are really stuck in the mud and not moving forward, but you're going to come to a point. It might not be this week. Like here, it's like feeling a little bit lackadaisical, a little upside down, maybe not working hard or not having the work to do. But moving forward, passion comes in, a decision comes in around money and finances, and a large sum of money does come in. So don't worry so much. If the next couple of weeks are slow and stagnant, things are going to move forward for you. So, and there's going to be a large sum of money coming in. It could be like sooner than you think. But I do think that the next couple of weeks may be a little bit slow, but once we get past them, then things take off for you. Let me see, where was I in the regular? Jasmine, I didn't answer for. Will I get work and school under control by the end of the month? I'm not managing everything that well. I think you'll be able to. Let's see what the cards say. Yes, you should be able to. If this is because like you're at home, somebody gave me this advice. Not that I listened to it, but this is what they told me. A friend of mine who works for Weight Watchers, I know her from yoga. She said that years ago when she started working from home, somebody gave her this advice and that it's really helpful. That you get up in the morning just like you were going to leave and go to work. Get up in the morning, take a shower, and you act as if you're leaving the house and going to work. So rather than like lounging around and not doing anything for like the first part of your day, which I'm definitely guilty of, first thing you do is get up, take a shower, and act as if you're leaving the house and going to work. That's the advice that was given to me. Like I said, I haven't been following it, but when you brought it up, it reminded me of that conversation I had with her. Because I had said to her that my brother had the capability of working from home at his last job, but a lot of times he chose to go in. And I used to laugh because I used to say, he'll get up in the morning, excuse me, and take a shower. And I'm like, I would totally not shower if I didn't have to go to work first thing in the morning. And that's how the conversation started. And she said, no, the first thing that you should do is get up, take a shower, get ready for work, just as if you were leaving. Get dressed, which is something else that I don't do. Maybe I'll give that a try tomorrow now that I'm, telling other people what to do. I did. Did I miss anybody? All right, let me see. Who else haven't I done here? How about Sue? May I ask if the June 19th test will go smoothly and not get canceled? Will the June 19th test not get canceled? I'm only getting a 33% chance it doesn't get canceled. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to push back this closing. I don't know how long they can keep things closed. I I know here in New York, they're starting to make it so that if you don't have a mask, you can't go into a public place. Like, you can't go into the grocery store or to like the drugstore if you don't have a mask on. So I don't know. 33% chance is kind of low that it's still going to be open, but they may find another way to do it. Maybe they have to figure out a way where they can administer this test and keep people separated. I think the test itself will go smoothly once you get a chance to take it. Yasmin, what will his intentions be when he returns? Mel. Yeah, I think I answered that question about E's feelings not that long ago. It wasn't that long ago, I don't think. I'm pretty sure I answered that one. Okay, what will he want when he returns? But you know what? It looks like he's not 100% sure of what he wants. It looks like he comes forward kind of testing the waters to see how he feels and to see how you react. I think that ultimately he's feeling a little bit unsuccessful right now. He's got a little bit of anxiety around himself and he's kind of afraid. However, he's got a wish around him so he can make this work for him. He's not overly confident though. That's the thing. He's not feeling overly confident. So when he comes back, he may need a little bit of time to decide exactly what he wants or which direction he wants to take it. Shelley, what are his intentions when he returns to get back together? Maybe not right away. That may come after, you may go through a little bit of time where you guys are just talking and you aren't back together. Queen, how does my Taurus feel towards me? Feels attracted, happy, kind. He thinks that you're loving, compassionate, successful, hardworking, courageous, and intuitive. Nikita, does he still love me or am I just fooling myself? Does he still love Nikita? You got a 33% chance that he still loves you, but this person still cares for you. There's no doubt about that. And you also have good karma and justice on your side. Aaliyah, will I ever hear from him again? I got a 33% chance that you hear from him again. I think you're going to hear from him again. It may take a couple of weeks, but yeah, I think that you'll hear from him again. How about this person? Schuler Brower. Will the new guy be worth it if I leave my current boyfriend of over a year? Wow, that's a good one. All right, let's see. Will the new guy be worth it? All right, I'm only getting a 33% chance, but I think that it may be saying something about your current partner if you're willing or you're even thinking about leaving them for somebody else. So think about that. Think of it, how are you really feeling about the person that you're with? Only getting a 33% chance that it's going to be worth it, but you're considering it, which says something about the situation that you're in. I think, anyway. Moon. I have Chiron in the 12th house with End node in Gemini. I'm becoming even more sensitive to energy in the collective. I've been grounding and doing rituals to help heal the collective. Any advice? I feel though that Chiron in the 12th house has more to do with the secret than it has to do with the collective. I feel like Chiron is healing a secret or well, I guess it could be, right, because it does deal with psychic awareness. Well, either way, regardless, I think that as far as grounding and doing rituals to help the collective, I think that the best thing to do is to focus on the power of positivity and using this time, like I keep saying, putting out the energy in the universe that this is a time where people individually, but organizations and things on a larger level as well start to moving towards what aligns with them personally and also like on a higher level. So like for example, I should be aligning with what is meant for me, people, places, and things personally. But companies that I work for, I should be aligning with. Those companies should be aligning with their greater good, and the states should be aligning with their greater good, along with the countries and the world. So we all should be working towards a more positive direction rather than individually. Like, in other words, rather than just say Coke and Pepsi fighting with each other or competing with each other, they should be working together. You know what I'm talking about? And I feel like focusing on the greater good for everything on a small level, on a personal level, but also on a universal level is helping. I also think that all of us not vibrating in fear and lowering our vibrations, but working on feeling like this is a time of positive change rather than negative change helps. So I think that you're on the right track with focusing on the energy of the collective. And I think that the more like dominoes, you know how one goes over, they all start to go over. I feel like the more one person shifts, it's going to cause the next person to shift, and we're all starting to shift. So the right things are starting to be called in, and the things that aren't working anymore are starting to move past. We're starting to move past. Very interesting. I would say keep doing what you're doing, and I would keep doing grounding rituals and just focusing on positivity, like having faith, which is so funny because a lot of times I have no faith. But this is like something that I really feel is overall for the greater good of like the world and the universe, not just one person or one business or one country. Like all of us are moving in the right place or moving in the right direction. So I think that overall we're all kind of on the right track, but I think we're also being forced to be on the right track. Rising. What's the Taurus feeling for me? feels that you're very well grounded, very prepared, very attractive, very strong, very focused. And this person comes in with an offering of love or with good intentions around you. Bassett. What is David's intentions with me? Should I trust him? I think you can trust him. It looks like he's moving away from things in his life that weren't really working for him, and he's trying to move towards greener pastures, you being the greener pasture. I think that overall you can trust him. I'm not going to say he's going to be 100% perfect, but he seems to want things that work for him, and he doesn't want to argue and fight and, you know, deal with like old drama and bullshit. So I think that basically he's trustworthy, yeah. Baby, what are Pisces' current feelings for me? Thinks that you're kind, intuitive, strong. Thinks that you have the potential to achieve more than you think. They think that you sell yourself short. Thinks that you're attractive, loving, kind, and you make a great friend. Ashley, is Marquis trying to use me? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. It looks as if they're either trying to make a relationship stable or they feel like your relationship is very stable and grounded. Ashley, Edwin's current feelings. Edwin's current feelings. He's a little all over the place. He feels like he's got choices to make, and it's like one day he feels one way, the next day he feels something different. He's got a wish around him, and he also has happiness coming in, but he's got to get on a path. And he's kind of like one step forward, two steps back right now. He thinks that you're very smart, you're very kind, but he's like not making a decision. He feels very anxious. He thinks that you're attractive, passionate, hardworking, nurturing, caring, that you make a great friend, and that you're very reliable. But he's kind of like all over the place right now with his emotions. Julie, Donald's harassing me to see me and talk to me. He seems to want me and the woman at the same time. Should I stop with the foolishness? I would hear him out. I would give him a chance to hear him out, and if you can, meet up with him and talk to him in person. I believe that the best way to talk to somebody is in person, this way that you have them in front of you and you can read their face, and you know exactly what context to take things in. Sometimes text messaging, even over the phone. I'd rather see you meet him in person and have a conversation in person when you can, before you make your final decision. I think that for most of the time, I think most people want their cake and they want to eat it too. And if they can get away with it, they will. So you may have to make a serious decision at some point, leave the ball in his court and walk away from it. But I think you should hear him out first. I think that you'll feel better and you'll be more secure in whatever it is that you decide. Decision will be yours. I think there's more to come here though. Bobblehead. Oh my God, thank you. Thanks. My friend gave me all these wigs. Actually, this was the first one, and she bought it just thinking that it would be funny. And then I made a video in it, and she's like, I don't know. She's like, I think it works. So then she started buying me the other ones. The black and red one my brother bought me. The purple one, or maybe I'll wear the purple one later tonight. I haven't worn the purple one in a while. You know what it is? I got a big head, and some of them fit better than others. And I think the purple one and the blue and pink one are a little bit small. I don't know why I have such a big head, but I do. It's just how it is. Yes, let's close the super chats. And I will do the moderators, and while I wait for the moderators, I will go back and pull off some of these other people that I didn't get to. Oh, love Olivia. How is Ramirez feeling about me? My dad tells me not to wear the red one. He goes, it doesn't look good on you. And then he yelled at me because he didn't like the blue lipstick that I wore with the green wig the other day. He goes, maybe green lipstick would be better, but the blue lipstick was awful. Ramirez feels a little argumentative, and he's got like a tower moment. Like, this has nothing to do with you. This is like what's going on in himself. He's like feeling like he's a disaster. He thinks that he's got a lot of respect for you. He thinks that you're well balanced, you're attractive, that you're well prepared, you know how to get things done. He feels like you're really successful, and he feels like for himself he's somewhat of a mess. He's gonna get past that though. He's gonna get past that. Like, he kind of looks at you like you have it all together, and he doesn't know what he's doing. Ashley, will Edwin and I ever date seriously? Yeah, you could have that. Yeah, it could be within the next 3 months. Yep, it's very possible that you date seriously. SARS, I have to reach out to the Pisces, checking up on him, how he's doing in the midst of the pandemic. How would it go? I think it's going to take some hard work on your part, but I think it can go okay. It actually shows that you're going to have a lot of choices around you. I think that it'll go okay. It's going to be your choice. The choice falls on you. Mel, what will be the Aries' intentions when he comes forward? He's going to want to get back with you. I know it. I know he is. Yeah, he comes back. When he comes back, he feels like the world is at his feet. He's very confident. Comes in with an offering of love. Feels like he can change things overnight. He's got a lot of passion. You use your intuition. It's your call. You may have an argument or a fight with him first, and you may be really undecided for a long time before you make your final decision. I don't think he gives up that easy. Zara, what's the Pisces going to do with me after our conversation last night? You might have a little tower moment, right? And you may feel a little bit betrayed, or he may be feeling a little bit betrayed. But here he is. And I don't think he gives up. I think he's prepared to fight for you. And he's got a wish around him. And he also feels like he's got good karma on his side. So I don't know what you guys spoke about last night. But I don't think that he's willing. I think he wants this to move forward. And I think he does. I think he wants things to move forward, or at least he wants to keep things on the right track. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to take a break, and I will be back. I'll be back probably around 5-ish. And then I'll come back on for the final one at 9:30. Because if I go on too much, you guys won't get notifications. So I want you guys to know what time I'll be on. About 5 and then again 9:30. All right, I'll see you guys a little bit later. Bye-bye. Oh, Brandy's here. All right, wait. What's Brandy? Why am I on Deborah's mind? For he isn't taking any action at all. Okay. No, he's feeling a little bit unprepared. He's feeling a little bit unprepared, undecided, a little bit argumentative. But he has been thinking about you a lot lately. He feels spiritually connected to you. He's been feeling very unlucky with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. That's why you're not hearing from him. But I think that that's going to move into the past. I don't think that that lasts forever. He's been thinking about you a lot, though, even if he hasn't been reaching out to you. So it may take a little bit more time before you hear from him, but you're going to hear from him again. Definitely. All right. I will see you guys around 5. Bye-bye.